There are two levels of family law court forms: the California mandatory family law forms and the county-specific mandatory family law court forms. Mandatory State of California forms. The state of California has mandatory statewide family law forms known as judicial council forms. The California mandatory family law forms are generally part of your core pleadings. Core pleadings are the required packet of forms needed to initially file a family law case. Example of mandatory county forms. The County of San Diego requires that in a dissolution proceeding, a family law certificate of assignment be filed in the initial family law packet. Because San Diego County is a large county, it assigns its cases by subdivisions within the county to a specific family law court in that subdivision. The petitioner certifies that the petitioner or respondent lives in the county subdivision where the case is assigned. This form must be filed in all new San Diego County family law cases. Standardized court forms. The California courts have standardized many court forms in order to simplify the legal process. The judicial council forms provide the family law judge with key facts and information needed to make decisions in your case. Thoroughly completing the judicial council forms is important to ensure that no key facts are overlooked and to reduce the chance of having your documents rejected. Form names and number. Every court form has a title and a form number. For example, the forms used in family law are as follows: Petition for Dissolution, or FL 100. Petition for Dissolution of Domestic Partnership, or FL 103. Petition to Establish Paternal Relationships, or FL 200. Correct versions. From time to time, court forms are updated. Due to this fact, it is important to make sure you have the most updated version of the required court form or risk your documents being rejected by the court. The date of the court form can be found on the bottom left-hand footer. You can check your county court website or the State of California court website to make sure you have the most current form. Where do you find court forms? The California State Courts website, as well as the county level courts website, provide copies of all current family law forms online for the public to access. The website address for the forms on the California State website is as follows. Filling out court forms online. The State of California court website, as well as county court websites, have court forms online. These online court forms have the ability to be filled out online, printed out, as well as saved. Key elements of a court form. The top left caption of a family law form requires the following information: the name, address, and phone number of who is submitting the form, the address of the court where you'll be filing the case, which depends on where you live, the name of the parties involved in the family law matter, i.e. petitioner and respondent or plaintiff and defendant. The top right caption is the court use stamp filing area. At the bottom right of the caption is the case number box. Then there is the body of the form itself. Finally, at the bottom of the form, there is a signature line and date block where you sign and date. Who's who on court forms? The person who initiates the court case by filing the dissolution or paternity suit will always be known as the petitioner on all court forms. The other party will always be known as the respondent. In some family law court cases, the petitioner is a government agency who files the case. For example, the Department of Child Support Services, also known as DCSS. Family law facilitators. Every county has a family law facilitator office with personnel who will help you for free to accomplish the following: prepare forms, explain court procedures to obtain and change court orders, calculate child support using the California mandatory guideline formula if you have the necessary financial information, and last, explain how the court makes child support and spousal support decisions. The takeaways. The State of California court website, as well as county court websites, have family law court forms online. These online court forms have the ability to be filled in online and may be printed out as well as saved. The State of California court website has a video presentation on how to fill out the required family law forms. If you need additional assistance, consider using the assistance of your county's Family Law Facilitators office.